Hello, hello, everybody jumping on. Let me check my volume. Okay, it's a bit, a lot of cards going on around here. Okay, let's have a look. Let's move these over here. Good afternoon, wherever you're at. It is quite early for me. I went to bed quite early last night and went to sleep, and I'm really not very tired, so I thought I'll get up and I'll do a live. So I hope that you're all doing really well. Freedom, I hope you got my email. I'm sure you did. Okay, so Ethereal Muse, hi. Noxie, Marissa, Mega, Freedom, Amy, Eddie, Magician's Heart, Space Cowboy, Migu, Ermel, Eminem, Wise Girl, Emily. So some of you will be like middle of the day, I'm guessing, like 3 p.m. or something like that. It's like 3 a.m. where I am-ish. I know, 3:30 in the morning, but yeah, I'm wide awake. I think I've had so much sleep from being unwell that I've overslept. My body's a lot better now. I have had the flu. So Marijana, Emily Shaw, Sadie, Amen. Ooh, long list. Okay, long list. Chanley, hi. Jakub. Let's have a look at a collective. So I don't really know what's going to come forward in the collective today. Although Spirit just said doubt, yes, there is a bit of self-doubt going on, I feel, for the collective. Let's bring some animal spirit messages forward, okay, forward. But I don't want you guys to worry. Spirit just said don't worry because we have this bee spirit that's just showed up that says sweet results await. So don't doubt whatever you're doing right now. I feel that any change is going to bring forward, Spirit just said, a series of events that will change things for you. But there will be good change, okay? It's what you've been working on for a long time. And when we get to this sort of like pivotal point or the crux of it and it's going to happen, or you've planned something that's about to proceed, we can get doubtful, right? Okay, so let's have a look and see what comes through. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look and see what comes through. We have, you see clearly now, yeah. There's a lot of clarity coming in. I do feel like I've been asking Spirit personally for signs and messages, and I haven't got anything yet. So that's a sign for some of you. Maybe you have been doing the same, but there's a need to really be patient, because when Spirit wants to bring forward the clarification that you're on the right path with this, you see clearly now, they will show you, okay? So I haven't seen the signs I wanted to see, but we need to understand that things will happen in their right time, and Spirit will show us the signs. I'm also hearing like no news is good news as well. So maybe if you've been waiting for some, yeah, life is a mystery, and it's about embracing that, not just like being patient with Spirit, but being patient with ourselves. That and trusting ourselves more. Okay, so this is definitely about more trust and more self-assurance. So maybe you're assuring yourself something's going to go right. It will. It will. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we have here. This is a collective. Know your worth. Yeah, I saw this in the shuffle. Know your worth, the skunk spirit. Okay, another 9. So this year, which is the year of 9, is about, for most of us, and I feel this is every year, but this year is very pivotal between now and 2027, that we really do follow our dreams and follow our heart and have more trust in ourselves, okay, and not doubt our own choices and decisions. However, being discerning, or needing to be discerning while making them, is important. Always put yourself first with the decisions that you're making. I'm seeing like somebody looking into the future. If I make this decision, what will happen in the future? But life is a mystery, so it's really a day-to-day thing here. Okay, we have chaos and conflict. Some of you may be going through it right now on a mental level, emotional level, literal, with others. Because the chaos and conflict card is very much about other people, but it's also the number 6. So with chaos and conflict, with the storm, will come a rainbow, okay? Especially if you've been having issues with a partner or a person that you really love or care about. You may get some more clarity, or get clarity in the way that you've always wanted something to happen between a person, and maybe it's now happening in a really good way, and now you're doubting it, okay? But there's clarity coming in that you're making the right decisions here, okay? Yeah, clean it up in the reverse. So maybe there's things that we still need to work on and clear through in our mind, or clear through in our emotions. But patience is still required. And Spirit is reminding us we're still in Mercury retrograde, with that Mercury retrograde energy at the bottom here, the observer, where we just need to sit back and observe what we're doing right now, but not necessarily act on anything. But the most important message here is to know your worth. Okay, Ethereal Muse, post your question. You'll probably hear the quietness of the house here. The birds aren't singing like they normally are when I'm online. Let's see what comes through for Ethereal Muse. Ethereal, what's your question? Let's have a look. Thank you. Definitely I'm going through chaos with someone myself. Okay. What does my spirit guides and spirit team want me to know? I've been feeling very down yesterday. I spent a day crying. Kritika, hi. The list is very long, guys, so the free list is closed now. I've probably got about 20 people on it, so if you want to donate, you can do so. You can jump the queue. Let's have a look and see what is here for you. I do see like a mountain. I mean, you've told me that you've been feeling low and down, and you spent a lot of time upset yesterday. So we want to get you out of that energy. The Spirit definitely wants to get you out of that energy. I will be using the tarot with you as well, Ethereal Muse. There's something here about overgiving to somebody, possibly a person that is, you know, not worth your time or energy anymore. Maybe you've seen some sort of mask that's fallen from a particular person, and you're like, really, you know, it's like I've done all this for you, and really I've put a lot of hard work into this relationship, whether it's a friendship, a family member, a child, or a love interest. Okay. That's true, Chanley. That's true. Okay. Let's see what's here for Ethereal Muse, what Spirit wants to bring forward. Maybe you feel something's unfinished here. Maybe you feel something's unfinished, like there's still a mountain to cross, but you know, the beauty of being in Aquarius season is we don't have to finish everything we start. We don't have to You know, I always got brought up, I always say this with my parents being like, you started this, you need to finish it. Well, the beauty of Aquarius now, this new timeline we're in, is if we start something and it doesn't support us, we don't have to continue with it, okay? And we can try a different thing or a new person or whatever, all right? So don't feel you have to finish something with someone. Don't feel you have to finish a conversation or fix something if you don't feel like literally within yourself that you need to. Hi, Sarah. Okay, chop wood. Yeah, you've put a lot of hard work into a situation or a person. I'm picking up Michelle or Rebecca with you. So I don't know if you know a Michelle or a Rebecca. Maybe one of your names is that. I don't know. But this is about, you know, you really putting in a lot of work here. Look at this unfinished symphony in the upright. I feel that because you put a lot of work in, you want to complete this, or you want to, it could be a situation, or it could be with a person, like you want things to be better because of the hard work you've put in, but it wasn't in vain, okay? Spirit wants you to know it wasn't in vain. And you don't have to, like, complete this. So practicing going with the flow for you is going to be beneficial to you, okay, Ethereal. So if you can find, I don't know, some videos out there on any platforms that you use to watch, like YouTube or whatever, you know, to help you to detach almost emotionally from a situation or a person, like how to detach emotionally, how to go with the flow, like some sort of like self-help videos. But Spirit is always watching you and supporting you, and your ancestors are always trying to help you. So whatever you're navigating, I'm hearing the word navigating through, Spirit is definitely with you and supporting you, okay? You definitely need to rest. Just look out for those names though, Michelle or Rebecca. There could be people coming into your life. I didn't pick up any sense of bad or good with that, so just, you know, keep that open. But something is not for you, okay? Something or someone is currently not for you. And don't worry about the hard work you've put in. What lessons have you learned from that situation, right? What has it taught you for your life journey? Yeah, a lot of unfairness here. Someone's been very unfair, unjust. And there we got the chaos and conflict card again that we had in the collective, okay? Let's have a look at the tarot. What is this situation? What is going on here? The Hanged Man, you see clearly now. So that collective that we just did, because the Hanged Man energy came up a couple of times in those cards, you're seeing clearly, you're having a different perspective on a situation or a person. I really do feel it's a person. It possibly could be a masculine as well, okay? Your spirit team does take a back seat now and again, Ethereal, but only for your own good, because they know that you have the spiritual strength to get through difficult situations. They will step in and support you. I'm thinking, I'm bringing the poem Footprints is coming to mind. So if you have it, I'm not gonna like read that out because I do have that poem, but near me. But just have a look online and look at what Footprints is. That's when Spirit carries you at your, you know, at your worst. But they know that you are strong enough to get through this. Okay, you're seeing a different perspective on someone or something right now. You're seeing clearly. There's a lot of clarity coming in for you. If you don't have it now, it will be coming in. And maybe the answers that you seek, you may not like the answers, I'm hearing. But it's all for your greater good. And Spirit will carry you when you are at your lowest. But you're strong, okay? I'm getting very strong Leo energy. This could be to do with a masculine. Someone in authority, possibly bosses, possibly in a friendship circle. Mother-father energy is coming up here. Maybe you've had an altercation with someone in your family. But it's really important to put yourself first and forge your own path, the Three of Wands. I see you sort of turning your back on something here, or wanting to, but that going with the flow energy, like what we just talked about before, or learning how to go with the flow, is probably the most important card here. So do some research on how to do that, how to empty your mind, how to take the emotion out of things. Okay. But there is a lot of people around you, I feel. One of them is definitely not supposed to be in your energy, or not needed or required anymore because of what they've done or the work that you've put in to the situation. And this is just like, I don't know, it's like a game of chess here, where the wrong move, any wrong move could sort of like bring you a checkmate, or, you know, a difficult way out of a situation. So it's better to cut something off now. I love this card when it comes out because it shows me that you can redirect your energy to something else, like learn something new, focus or refocus on your job, your work, your finances, your career, your study, like to distract you almost in a way. Put your head in a book as well. Maybe read something you really like. I love to pick up a good book, right? A paper copy, not a tablet. But we've got the sun. So things are going to be fine, okay? Whatever you're going through, things are going to be fine. And I feel that there's different people coming into your life that will bring you happiness. This is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. The Death card, the Page of Cups. There may be a child. We've got a couple of pages here involved. We've also got the Sun, which shows a child, okay? But we do have the Three of Cups, which is celebration, happiness. There could be someone coming in to apologize. I know it's up to you if you want to like go down that road again, but Spirit is sort of saying here that someone or something is not for you, okay? Keep your journaling up, but make sure you're putting positive thoughts down or affirmations. Okay, who is next? Please let me know if anyone donated, otherwise we're going to go to the next person, which is Noxie. Noxie, post your question. I will be on again later, okay? Eddie donated, Eddie, post your question. Connection is bad. My connection's okay, I think, here. It's okay to let out negative emotions, but maybe write down a positive one in its place, okay? Eddie, it's your turn. Let's have a look and see what's here for you. I don't know if you've got a specific question. Okay. Whose energy is coming towards me? It's super strong. Okay. Well, let's use the tarot straight up with that. Okay. I just want to ask you one question. Is this feeling negative or positive? As far as the energy coming in, is it feeling like trepidatious, or is it feeling like exciting energy? That's the only thing I want to ask you. Okay, let's go forward, because I feel a little conflict here, or someone trying to get the better of you, or somebody trying to put their two penny worth in, or someone trying to give you advice that, you know, they don't know anything. Spirit saying, oh, they don't know anything about what they're trying to bring forward to you, okay? Four of Swords, Queen of Pence, okay? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Feminine. I'm seeing the Devil in my mind, so let's see what comes out. The Emperor in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles. So it's possibly someone who is having a lot of problems with another person, or they're feeling a great deal of instability in their own life, and they're worried about their security, and they're possibly like praying a lot on this, or finding it difficult to sleep, finding it difficult to empty their mind of what's going on in their life with this other person. It's not you, like they're having problems with a different person. Okay, show me a storyline, Spirit, please. Yeah, something was possibly unsuccessful. I think we've talked about this before. I'm not sure, but I think we have. Something's been unsuccessful. And they're in a period of limbo here with this person. Okay, I'm getting a storyline because I feel that this is the best way to sort of like transverse through this question. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. I feel that this is them coming in towards you with an offer. Yeah. Eight of Wands, like communication from this person, from this feminine. But then the Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse because their fortune is reversed. They're looking for security elsewhere. They could be looking for security with you. They could just be wanting to talk to you about it. And there's you. They see you as someone they can go to. King of Pentacles, that is you, right? Virgo. Capricorn. I know you've got a lot of Capricorn. You've got a Capricorn rising. You've got Libra in your chart. Yeah, wanting to start something possibly. So there's two aces here. You're sort of like getting offers from all sides. I don't feel it's from more than one person. But this person is like, is this to do with love? This person is like, we could try again, or we could, you know, they could use their feminine wiles as well, I'm hearing, to draw you in. I am seeing the Devil energy, Justice in the reverse. This is someone who was unjust to you, unfair. It's almost like they blocked you or they left you without any explanation in the past. Okay. So it is a female. And I do feel it's someone you know. Okay, let me just put these cards away and we're going to just like start again on the storyline. What else is here? Is there anything else? I'm getting a name beginning with M, but it's a masculine. Michael. Difficulty with a Michael. Don't know if that means anything to you. Third party situation. I feel this person has been in a third party situation with, I don't know how that, yeah. So that's the definite, with this Emperor in reverse again. Possibly involved with a narcissist, okay. And there's this person, this female here, shown as the Queen of Cups this time, but she is, with this person, she had her eyes on the prize, whatever that means, okay. She thought she could get more from this person than she's got, or she didn't necessarily, she had her rose-colored glasses on for sure when it comes to this Emperor in reverse. Yeah, because they were very charming and they were very, knowing, they were very manipulative. So they could get out of this female what they wanted to. Okay, for their own selfish gain. You know, the Nine of Pentacles or the nines in the tarot can be selfish in a bad way, especially when it's over that Emperor. Like this person just did what he wanted to get what he wanted when he wanted, okay, without really the consequences to those around him. But there is some sort of karma, dharma going on for that person in the future, but we won't go there, okay? Yeah. This is very cake and eat it too type of energy with the Ten of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. So they're releasing this female who is coming towards you or coming to talk to you. So let me have a look at what this female wants to say. Yeah, they're coming in. And I think with you connecting at a level right now, it's probably, or you feeling the energy of them coming in is probably because they're thinking a lot about you. Right. The moon. Yeah, she could be dreaming about you, right? The moon talks about nighttime as well. But one more card on that because I'm getting a different message with this as well. Pisces energy, okay, the death card. You won't be able to, you won't see her coming. Like you won't see this coming, this call. It may catch you off guard, this email, this message. There's something coming in that will catch you off guard. So it's like, almost like when this happens, even though you know it's going to happen at some point, it's like it still will catch you off guard. Yeah, someone from your past. I was sort of just like asking, so like, then what? And then what? Okay, reminiscing on the past, reminiscing, her trying to reminisce with you. Here's that Ace of Wands again. Let's grow, let's start something new. Can you forgive me? Page of Cups energy. Let's start a new path together again. And this is you, like, open to this, I feel. What have you got to lose, right? That's what you sort of like, I think, what have you got to lose? Because you're already spiritually strong enough to deal. Yeah, and there's a lot of love there still that you have. So you're showing up as the King of Cups, and we have you and her as the Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Yeah, and the Chariot. I think you've done a lot of prayer, meditations, and have a lot of spiritual strength in regards to this situation already. So when this actually occurs, it wouldn't phase you so much, or it won't affect you so much if it didn't work out. Now you're showing up as the King and Queen of Wands together. Okay? So there's a lot of mirroring energy here. I think you have a lot to teach this person. You're showing up again as the King of Pentacles. That's just a clarification that that's you and that I'm on the right track here. So there's a really strong possibility, and there's the Empress at the bottom of the deck in the upright. So I think there's a really strong possibility that this is what you've wanted, or this is what you've been waiting for, or this is like, this Four of Cups is probably the most important as far as you is concerned, because in the upright, this is like you not wanting to go there, right? It's like, once bitten, twice shy. But in the reverse, you're like, no, why not? Because what have I got to lose, right? Okay. One message from Spirit for you in regards to this, and then we'll go to Noxie, okay? Noxie, post your question. All right. It's time for the seeker to look within. What haunts you can only be faced by you. And this situation can definitely only be faced by you. So you're going to face your own... It's like a spiritual test for you in a way, where you're going to be able to test yourself, how strong you are, how you have grown, how much you have matured, how much you have been through, for when this happens, how to handle it, okay? And what faces you can only be, what haunts you can only be faced by you. So this haunting is something from the past, right? Something that has haunted you in the past as well. Anyway, we won't go into that because these cards are super deep, okay? Okay. Yeah, the shadow, the twin, exactly. Okay, hi Elaine. Hey, Elaine. Okay, Noxie posted a question. I don't know if you reposted it or not. I hope that made sense, Eddie. That was quite like, hi, Brian. Hi, Marissa. Glenn, yes, you can donate if you would like to donate. Just let me know if you do, and I'll check my PayPal and we'll go forward. Hi, Elaine. I don't know where Noxie's gone, but we'll just go to the next person. Marissa posted a question. Brian, no, you can't post yet, Brian. I do have a list, and the next person on it is Marissa. Okay, Marissa posted a question. Again, oh, you did. What is going to happen between Von and I? So who is Von to you? Is this someone you've just met? Is this like, who is this person? Is this an ex that's come back? Is this a new relationship? Is this an existing one? Is it, is it a marriage? I can't remember everyone's story, I'm sorry. Right, let's pull out a card for you from this deck. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I'm not like, oh, a guy you're talking to. Thank you, Eddie. Excuse me. So we've got Hanged Man in reverse energy. I think like the more you get to know this person, I'm hearing, which is like with everybody, right, anyway, but the more you get to know them, the more you're going to be able to see, and the more clearly you're going to see about, yeah. I think this person puts you on a pedestal. I think that they think you're amazing. Like, I'm getting Empress energy here with this. The number 48 or 49 may be significant. But it's definitely time for action, for you to act upon something here. With the observer in the reverse, maybe you've been observing life for so long and now it's time to be involved in life, to have fun, to go out, to do things you haven't done before, okay? To put yourself out there. You may also be wanting to purchase something, I'm hearing, like a new dress or some new makeup, or get your hair done or your nails, or something aesthetic here, okay? I think there's a worry, or there is definitely a fear or doubt. If you didn't see the collective at the beginning, go back and look at it. But you may have been really hurt in the past by someone that didn't do the right thing by you. So there is some trust issues here, I do feel, okay? And that initial getting to know someone is always hard because you just don't know what next move you need to make. Everyone's got different personalities. Some people just want to go all into the relationship. Some people want to play games. Some people, but the most alluring thing to a masculine is to detach, to know that you have your own thing, your own job, your own money, your own place, your own stuff to do, your own friends, your own hobbies, right? So just bear that in mind, okay? So you're worried, possibly somebody in the past wasn't loyal to you, or something really broke your heart. And it's really important that you understand that everyone or every relationship you have and every connection is different. They're not a repetition. You've already learned that lesson, okay? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, that person in the past was not for you. I'm picking up a lot of past energy here, okay? I don't feel it's the person we're talking about, this Von person. I think it's still things that haunt you from the past here, okay? So it's important that you really put past stuff behind you and step into your feminine, into your high priestess energy, where you are, yeah, there's a lot here about aesthetic pleasing, whether you're just pleasing yourself by getting your hair and your nails done, or going to a salon or spa, whatever, but buying something new, or going out, and I feel that you're going out this weekend with this person, or that you're talking to them quite a lot this weekend, or you're planning something with them. I'm also seeing like a sailboat, so I don't know if you like sailing, or you may see a boat. So there's positive changes I feel happening if you put the past behind you. Realize that not everyone's gonna, you know, it's not a repetition of what happened in the past unless you haven't learned from that. But I think that you have. Okay. So Queen of Swords, I think you are very focused on this person and having a lot of hope. I think you're communicating a lot with them online. Remember, communication by phone, like actually hearing someone's voice, is a lot better than SMSs or, you know, on a social media platform. It's much more personal, and you know, you can't necessarily get that person's feels on an SMS, right? So Spirit is sort of like saying to pick up the phone or to talk to them physically would be a lot better. Okay, Libran energy is here. Maybe you're going to communicate with them how much you have been hurt in the past, or maybe you've already done that, and that you find it hard to trust. So there's a real need for you to ground yourself here. Don't give too much away, Spirit's saying as well. Don't always be available as well for this person. If they, you know, don't play games, but don't always be available. It's important that they know that you have your own life as well. That's more alluring. But there is some changes coming up here. You may have to decide between going somewhere. They may say, do you want to go here or do you want to go there? It's quite minor. Spirit just said minor, which means like it's not a big deal, but like if you're going out to a restaurant or something, like there's something here about listening to them as well, or not talking about yourself too much, getting to know them as a person, like what happened in their life. So we have the Ace of Cups, which is really nice, and the Six of Cups. So this could be a really successful relationship, but you're working on grounding and trust from issues that have happened in the past are important, making sure that you're detaching, not in a playing games way, but just like not always, you know, relying upon them or being too codependent at all in any way. All right. Let's move to the next person, which is Mega. So Mega, I don't know if you're there, Mega. Mega and Freedom. We have Ami, we have Magician's Heart, we have Space Cowboy, Migu, Ermel, Eminem, Wise Girl, Emily, Ashish, Nettie, Sadie, Armen, Marijana, Emily Shaw, Chanley, Jakub, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, anyone, anyway. Kritika, Sarah, Glenife. If anyone has donated, let me know. I will check my PayPal and we'll go forward. Haley is on the list. I know there's like a lot of people here, but yeah, you're gonna need to be patient, guys, because and Brian as well is here. I'll put Brian here. I think Brian was up here. Yeah, I missed saying your name. Sorry, Brian. If someone did donate, they need to let me know. Okay, I can't go back and read the feed every 5 seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna get some water, so I'll just leave that with you guys. Elaine, you are also on the list, but you came in a little bit later, so I'll put you down there. Okay. Okay, I'll just check that. Thank you. Okay, Glenn, if you have actually donated for 2 questions, so You can post the first one. Excuse me, thank you for your donation. I do appreciate that. And if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, I'm sorry. So Glenith, I'll just call you Glenn if that's okay. Post your first question. Are you there? I hope you're there. Okay. Thank you. I'm so attracted to this gentleman at work. I think he likes me too. His name is Frank. Oh, I actually feel really nice energy there. I'm getting the number 53. I don't know if that means anything to you, or 52, 53. That's actually my age. Halfway to 53. Okay, let's see what's here. There's a past life energy I'm feeling. I'm seeing the Six of Cups. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. In general as well, we've got 2 cards. Now these cards can be quite deep and I can talk quite a lot about them, so just bear with me with this, but I've got to bring the messages forward. We do have the 2, which can signify the 2 of Cups. I love this card. It's called Butterflies. Okay. Here in the unknown, you will find the essence of who you really are and what magic awaits you. The acceptance. This is about the acceptance of letting things just go with the flow here. And that moon energy of the unknown, that like you don't know what's going to happen with this, okay? Or what could transpire, good or bad. So this is about really following your intuition and enjoying all the connections you have with others and using your intuition, because this is also Piscean energy and High Priestess energy, to be discerning on who you spend your time with in general, okay? We also have the Cancer energy, so we have Cancer Pisces energy, so a lot of water energy. You may be feeling like you, very full card energy as well. This is very like, also go with the flow and just run wild and free, because this actually says unsure on how to break out of your cage. Spirit shares strength through acts of liberation. So something about being liberated here. Lots more butterflies. The first card is called Butterflies as well. So there's something about wanting to be free and wild. Horses talk about freedom. Let's bring out one of these cards. We will get into your question in a second, okay? Feeling like you're at that point in your life, like it doesn't sort of like, you just matter so much. You just want a lot of freedom. You've had a lot of time to heal from situations in the past. I also see like a divorce. I don't know whether it's your divorce in the past, or, you know, perhaps your parents broke up in the past. Okay, I'm starting to be drawn to talk about them though now, like you and them. Perhaps you don't feel strong. Oh wow, there's the Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours. So there's something about your freedom and your liberation, or liberating yourself from something, from a past situation. Okay, let's use these cards. Okay. I don't know if you're Scottish. Horses in Scotland is coming to mind. Okay, you have a lot of spiritual strength. A lot of spiritual strength. Yeah, you're very aware spiritually. Got the Magician's energy here. You could do a spiritual practice, you could practice tarot or use oracle cards, you could do any sort of spiritual practice, yeah? Meditate quite a lot, or have a lot of faith. There's a lot of faith. I feel religious with you as well for some reason. Look at that, we have spiritual strength has come out. I just said spiritual strength. So you have possibly some gifts that you're not aware of, or you are aware of, but you just haven't used them for a while, or you need to, Spirit wants you to start opening up more to. Yeah, but there's some fear attached with that as well. Maybe you've had a bad experience spiritually. Okay, let's have a look and see what else is here. Okay, what gifts? I don't know. Do you know? That's a different question. Okay, so we have Knight of Wands. So whatever you feel is reciprocated. This person feels what you feel about them, they feel about you, right? Knight of Wands is Sag Aries energy, or Leo, but mainly Sagittarius. So this is getting to know the person, getting to know, have fun with them, meet their friends, go out, enjoy, okay? Just have fun. There's a lot of passion. I feel this is what this person wants to do with you, or this is how they see you as a fun, loving person that they are very attracted to, okay? Yeah. But they may have a lot of difficulty in making decisions. And they may not have really had a solid conversation with you, right? Like, yet. But they are coming in to talk to you. They are shy in some sort of way, so they're waiting for a sign, whatever sign they're waiting for to be able to, yeah. They're possibly very spiritual as well. You got this High Priestess. You got a lot of water energy in your reading, okay? Pisces, really strong. You could have met this person in March, February, March. You've got 222 here in your reading. You could have been seeing that. But they're waiting for the right time to ask you out, I feel. I do feel that they're going to. And it's probably for a meal, I'm hearing, okay? Which is really nice. I feel really nice energy here with this. Like cutesy energy, okay? So whatever you're telling yourself mentally, you need to stop as well. Because I do feel there's like either self-doubt, or this isn't going to work, or you're thinking negatively in some sort of aspect, or there's possibly some emotional confusion in how you're feeling. But what you don't see coming is the Ace of Wands and the Emperor, which can sort of talk about Aries season as well, which we're in. So like something can start in the next 3 weeks, I feel, okay? Or this person could come towards you. I would wait till the 7th of April, which is only like a couple of days away, which is when Mercury goes direct, thank God, okay? But I haven't really been affected too much. Things have been a little bit stalled though through March. March has been a difficult month in general, right? Okay, but yeah, that is some sort of spiritual gift that you would be very good at, or you need to really connect with your guides. You need to ask them to show you signs. Maybe you're going to get number synchronicities or see animal spirit totems that will give you more signs. But there's a lot of, perhaps you've got, okay, so Spirit's saying to me, you've got a lot of spiritual, like females especially practice spiritual acts of kindness, I'm hearing. So they could have been healers in your past, in your lineage. Possibly you don't even know these people, okay? Like it's in your bloodline. All right, what's your second question? Second question for Glenn. Glenny. So I've got Virgo energy with you here now. I'm going to use this deck, okay? So Glenniff, post your second question. You did donate for 2. I received information about a job that I... Let's have a look and see what's here. I want you to know your worth, okay? Don't have any doubt here and that you can't do it, or it's not right for you, or there's going to be other applicants that are better than me. All these negatives of like thinking you need to, because there may be competition, yeah, okay? There may be competition. So don't let that block you or stop you, I'm hearing, okay? There's a need here to get emotionally balanced in some sort of way. Understand how you feel, why you feel, and why you would like this job. Like, is it for the right reasons as well? So it's an emotional decision as well in some sort of way. Maybe you know, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. I want to say that I'm all there for, and I've been that person who has been not referring to you, but I've been the person that has been down here and now I'm way up here in regards to my career. Um, but I have had experiences in my career where the grass has not been greener on the other side and I've made the wrong decisions, but I've learned a lot of lessons within them. So no decision is the wrong decision, right, for you with this, but the grass is not greener on the other side. So don't think, there's something here about not thinking it's just going to be better or money's going to make you more secure or more or happier. The more money we get as well, the more we can spend. So it's not necessarily about the money. Don't see it as the money. There's something about needing to, I've just heard non-starter. So you can get the job, you can get anything and do anything you want, but is it what you really want? So that's what you need to be asking yourself right now, okay? So have a think, definitely do some more research. If you're not working, I feel that yes, you will get the job. If you're working right now, you may think a little bit more about this, whether you really want this. But if you're not working, there's a very, very strong possibility that you will get this position. Okay, it will require your hard work, a lot of learning here. You will be learning a lot of new things, but you'll have a very good teacher. You've got this Queen of Swords here, King of Swords. So this could be a masculine or a feminine, but this is someone who's a very good trainer or teacher or supports you in your training and learning in this new job, okay? And then you have the Six of Pentacles. Make sure that you read the contract very carefully. It may be a secondment, or it may be like, no, it won't be as blatant as that, but there may be something in the fine print, especially if it's sales. Okay, I just heard especially if it's sales. But the Six of Pentacles in the reverse is like not all as it seems, or it's not that shiny golden apple. I'm seeing a shiny golden apple. I don't know if that means anything to you. Maybe New York is significant. Maybe it's in a big building as well. Anyway, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is nice. So that's good luck, good fortune coming in for you, and it's coming in for everyone in all different areas of their lives. For myself, it's relationships and other people and my significant person, and leveling up in that way. For you, it could be your career. So it depends. If you have a look at Lunatic Astrology, she's an amazing astrologist, and she puts out videos constantly. She's got one about the Mars Cassini right now. But if you look back at her Jupiter reading, and the different, like in your birth chart, whether it's your sun or your rising, or look at both, it will show you in this Jupiter 18 months energy that is coming in, what it's going to be like, where the good luck and good fortune is going to be for you. I hope that made sense. I think her go-to channel, my go-to channel's in the description. I think she's one of them there. Okay, so I think that you're going to get very good news, exciting news in regards to this if you want to go forward. But of course, everything is your choice, right? There is a celebration. So there's a very high chance of you getting a better job. It may not be this particular job, but getting a better job or getting a new job is definitely on the cards for you in 2025. Okay. I love how this card has come up, and I haven't read it until just now. After that all being said about this career or career move, this card is exactly what I said, and I have literally just looked at it. I swear to God, I have not looked at it. Yellow pants, maybe significant flowers, okay? But this talks about abundance. It's really important, Glenn, to distinguish the difference between abundance and wholeness. Just like I said, just because something pays you more does not mean you're going to be happier. It may be a lot harder work. You may be with difficult people. You know, you may have a lesson that you're learning here within this. The grass is not greener, just like I said, okay? Choose wisely and intentionally. Just know what you're getting yourself into, okay? Right? Know what you're getting yourself into by reading the contract, making sure that everything, you know, even giving it to somebody else to read, someone that knows the loopholes in certain contracts and caveats and things like that. You know, it's really important to say, am I feeling whole right now? I may not be getting a lot of money, but I love my job and I love the people that I'm working for. I've had this experience in the past year or two where I have had the opportunity I'm overqualified for what I do, and I have the opportunity to go further, but I don't want to go up because I've been there before and I've gone back down again because of all the politics and the BS associated with that. So I decided not to. And I decided to down because I was happier, right? I was happier in my lesser position. It wasn't lesser to me, it was more rewarding to me. So, yeah, abundance and wholeness, two different, very different things, okay? All right, I think we've gone on enough there about that. Mega, you are next. Thank you. I hope that made sense. Ow, I just burnt myself. My goodness. Okay. May I have a sort of spectacle of me and my partner? Okay, so the reason you have, and Spirit just said Saturn to me. Okay, the reason you've been struggling for the past few months, Mega, is because Saturn has been testing you to see how strong you want to keep the relationship together. If the relationship survived that, and that person's still around, then it can survive and it can get better. And we can always work on our relationships with people, whether it's love, family, whatever, if you want to. So it was a test for you. The last 2.5 years has been difficult. It has been a test. For me, it's been my career. For some people, it's been love. And we're coming out of that energy now, okay? So the test that you've had to go through. So let's have a look and see what's here for you, Mega, okay? Okay. What can I expect coming in love for me and my partner? Soulmate. So Spirit is reminding you that this person is your soulmate. Like, it's interesting when I'm reading, I'm just like, well, our past few months were rough and we have been struggling for a bit, but yes, you've been struggling together to move things forward, right? And I'm sure it wasn't all like you doing the struggling. If it was, then, and they weren't doing the work to support you with the relationship and it was one-sided, that's a different story. I don't know. Was it? I'm not sure. But this is your soulmate. Like, this is part of your soul tribe. This person is in your life for a reason. And if that person has stood by your side and is you're supporting each other, that's a very mature way to acknowledge the difficulties that you have, either in communication or whatever, intimacy or whatever it is, and you're able to work through it together. Yeah. So if you're both working together, that tells me immediately this person is worthy of your time and energy because they're also putting the work in, right? So there's a risk that you need to take here. With this person, nines are coming out a lot today. We are in the year of 9. There's changes coming about definitely with this situation, with 5 being here with the soulmate energy. But there's a need to be more spontaneous together. Go out on more date nights. Be more spontaneous between the sheets or more adventurous. There's something about a lot of changes going on possibly in a home environment or where you both live, or if you're not together or living together, are you going to live together or move in together? Maybe finances have come into the struggles or the difficulties. So there could be lots of different reasons here I'm seeing, okay? But it's really important to take some sort of risk or leap of faith, either towards moving in together or, like I said, being more spontaneous here. I think the relationship doesn't need a separation or a break. I think that you need to not think so much or use your mental energy and just feel more in the relationship. You definitely need a rest from this. It's almost like you need a holiday from the struggles that you've been through. It has not been easy. And there's been a lot of changes, and there's probably more changes to come, to be honest, especially in your location, all right? And I think that there is possibly a move happening for both of you in the future, whether you're deciding to move home, buy a home, move out of the place where you are, move into a different place, or even move in together if you're not, okay? So you can create anything here, okay? You can create anything in relation to that. I don't know if you're living together, but I see that 100% like happening for you if you're not yet. If you are currently living together, I do see a move for you both together, okay? I don't see like a separation here at all. And I think you've done a really good job, and Spirit wants you to know, yeah, well, he's moved to your town, so he's going to be moving closer and closer to you, where I feel that you guys will definitely move together, or move in together. There's been some emotional pain here in the recent past. 8 of Cups, sadness. Possibly, yeah, I mean, you've already said that, but somebody left this world. High Priestess in the reverse, either on your side of the family or on his. And they are actually coming through. I don't know if this person was like a younger male, but there's something here about them being at peace and now being able to rest, okay? And they are at peace. So that's just like a message from the other side here. I do feel like a masculine energy. Okay, let's get back to your relationship. I think the Six of Swords being in the reverse is a little ominous, but if you can, because you're both on the same page, I feel like with the Six of Swords being in the reverse, you can get this in the upright, which means this is like this balance within the mental. It is a very equal energy. It's the number 6, like you're both on the same page mentally, but you just can't quite connect sometimes, okay? It's important that like you see things from his perspective and he sees things from yours. No one's always right or wrong. Everyone has their own views and opinions, and the need to respect each other's is really important, okay? Yeah. The Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. I'm feeling with this like you want to settle down, you want commitment, you want newness, or a new sort of like, you want romance, you want more romance within the relationship, you want more commitment from this person, okay? And you can create, you've got 2 Magician energies here. Like you can create whatever you want, you can have whatever you want from this relationship. I do feel it's really positive because they are still trying with you and you're still trying with them. Like you haven't, not one of you have given up. You're struggling, but you're still working on it, okay? And slowly, with this Knight of Pentacles, things will come together exactly how you both want them, okay? There is some sort of possible gift here as well coming towards you from him. I'm getting a lot of, this Libran energy here, but a lot of like good things coming towards you in the relationship, all right? There is definitely a need to perceive things differently, definitely a need to put a different way, an old way of thinking out of your mind, okay? Freedom and independence may be a big cause of your arguments, like the freedom, like not wanting to be dependent upon each other but not being able to be. That doesn't make sense to me. Hold on. Is this more like you wanting it, or like you wanting it faster? You don't want to be codependent upon the person, but you do want, you know, marriage and a baby, and you do want the package sort of thing. You're very focused on that. Something about Libran energy. I've got double Libra Virgo here as well. Yeah. I think things will move forward. I think there is some worry still coming up, but I don't feel it will stay with you for very long. That this is what's on its way. But this is also a clearing of the mind. This is a not letting your thoughts or your things you make up in your mind affect you, because not everything, well, most of what we think never happens. And then you've got the Fool and the Two of Cups. There's some sort of beautiful new beginning happening, and it will happen when it's meant to. I'm also getting like there may be a catalyst to that as well. Something may happen that may cause more of a connection between you guys, or like a stronger connection. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want exactly. Another worry. The Nine of Swords is more like self-inflicted negative thoughts, okay, which we really need to get out of, and we all do it. So that spirit just reminding you that not everything you worry about is ever going to come to fruition. You have the Fool and the Two of Cups. So if you think positively, you can have that new start in your relationship. And I do see you guys moving in together, okay? Okay. Freedom, if you're there, let me know. If anyone would like to donate, you can do so. Just let me know. And you can skip the queue. I will be on, yes, as in overthinking. Or just thinking negative thoughts in general, like thinking the worst, or thinking, or, we build up scenarios in our head. This could happen if I did this, or, this person doesn't like me. Is just it's always a deflect on our own feelings, or how we were brought up, or our childhood, or whatever, okay? All right, I do feel there's a gift coming your way, though. All right. I do feel there's a gift coming your way. So I'm just going to go have a quick break. I've been on an hour. I usually have a break in about like every hour. So Freedom is next, then Ami, then we have Magician's Heart. So if any of you three are on, Freedom, Ami, Magician's Heart, let me know. And then we'll go forward. So Ami, you will be next. Even if Freedom comes on, Ami is next. Okay, I won't be too long. Hello, thank you for those who have waited. Is my brain is fried. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here. Should I add the people that's coming in? So far you have 2 donations. Who's my donations? Okay, I have had 2 donations, yes, but I'm doing Amy next. Amy, okay. My boyfriend Sonny has recently been acting cold and a little argumentative. Can you please see what's going on with him? Is he involved with someone else or is he just work stress? Okay, let's have a look, Amy. Okay, let's pull out some cards. Yeah, he's going through a transformation. Possibly going through, or has gone through. Remember, we are still having Saturn in our skies, okay? In our cosmos, we still have that difficulty. Possibly he's been going through some hurdles. Possibly he's been going through some difficulties and or still is, okay? What is in this relation to? But there is a new beginning, okay? Things are lining up for him, okay? I don't feel it's with anyone else. I feel that there's some sort of difficulty. We'll see if we can find out what the difficulty is. He is going through a rebirth here, okay? Possibly some sort of spiritual upgrade, consciously or subconsciously, okay? Where Spirit is trying to show him the way. I do feel it's career. I do feel it's something to do with his job. Maybe he's not satisfied in his job at the moment, or with the people, or maybe he's having a problem with a person, a boss. Yeah, he's at a fork in the road with his career. I do feel where he wants something different. He wants something new. He's possibly said this to you, or you picked up on this. If you're intuitively feeling it's his career as well, then that is you're on the right track. Basically there. Things were going to be lining up for him. He could possibly be having a new start within his job or looking for a new job, but there's some sort of newness coming in this year for him in regards to career, okay? Where he's at a fork in the road, but he's very loyal to you. That's just a clarification. It says loyal heart. So there's a lot of loyalty here, okay? Well, he's struggling with something that you don't know about. So let's see what's going on. What's going on? Why is Sunny being... I'd love to see the High Priestess here. Queen of Cups. The Hermit. So it's not another person, okay? I really don't feel... I think he is very dedicated to you. Maybe it's a personal transformation, like on an energetic level where he just doesn't feel grounded, or doesn't feel like he's unsure whether the direction he's going in his life is the right one, whether it's in career, whether it's where he's at, where he wants to be in a financial level. What is this about? Is this about love, or is this about money? Or yeah, he's unsure right now what path that he needs to take. Sometimes he's very unemotional, so this is being cold. 9 of Cups in the reverse is being cold. This is the coldness you're feeling. He has a lot of dreams. I do feel he has a lot of things he wants to accomplish. So maybe, possibly, he thinks sometimes that the dreams and things he wants to fulfill and the things he wants to accomplish is not going to fit into, like, maybe you're not going to be accepting of certain things, or maybe he wants to travel or do something for himself that does not have anything to do with anyone else, but it may be to do with him. There's something about his mother here. Whether she's passed or whether she's alive. There's something about mother wounds or childhood wounds from mother. There could be something going on with a female in his life, like a family member. You may not even know about this, okay? Someone's having difficulties, possibly his mother's having difficulties. Yeah, there's a lot of mother wounds here. There's a lot of childhood wounds here that stem from his mother or from his mother's bloodline, okay? I'm also hearing depression. So depression could be in the family or in the bloodline or in his mother's bloodline. I feel this is more at an energetic level within himself, because we have the Hermit card here, which is a very alone card, a very internal energy where there's just like, you know, sometimes you can just feel like just not right, not grounded, not like something's wrong, but you don't know what it is. And we all feel like this, right? Yeah, this is an internal conflict clarified by that Five of Wands, but this is an internal thing with him. Like he doesn't feel where he is, where he wants to be in his life. Like I said, possibly on a financial level. Yeah, he's working really hard, but he doesn't see necessarily the benefits of it, or he's working hard, but the money goes on so many bills that he doesn't have a lot to play with or save, okay? But I do feel that there's a newness coming into your relationship where you're giving the love and support. So continue to do that and to know that you're there for him, but also give him the space. There's a need for you to step back a little bit and let him figure this out in a way. And also don't always be available. Don't feel that, you know, because that would be another burden I'm hearing for him, to feel that you're codependent. So have your own things that you do. Don't always, you know, detach in some sort of way. Because there is you know, he's feeling unbalanced, ungrounded, especially in his finances, okay? Yeah, he's feeling like he's struggling, like that it's always a struggle with money. He's not where he wants to be. And I feel that if you feel this intuitively, because now we have the High Priestess that I saw in the beginning, in my mind's eye, if you've been feeling on an intuitive level that that's what it is, that it's about money or finances, then that's what it is, okay? All right. The next person on the list is Magician's Heart. I don't know if Magician's Heart is here. Yeah. There's still like a lot of worry. I feel there's a lot of worry in your mind, in his mind. Let's see an outcome here. Yeah. Just, he will feel like he's going to keep struggling with this internal battle. Perhaps you want more commitment, perhaps you want marriage, and he's not ready for that yet as well. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to be with you or he doesn't love you, but he wants to be at a place where he's financially independent, and not dependent upon you or dependent upon, you know, money, really. I mean, this is a lot about finances. And you have the Sun, which is really nice. There's definitely a need here, though, for more support. Even though you give him support, I feel like there's more balance coming in, but he needs to be more emotionally open. I mean, there's no way, or there's nothing you can really do. He has to go through this himself. But as long as you continue to support. Okay, what's coming towards you, Magician's Heart? Let's have a look. If anyone would like to donate, you can do so to jump the queue. Magician, you are next. Space Cowboy is after you. Let's see what's here. Magician's Heart. What does Magician's Heart need to know? I'm seeing chakra energy, which needs to be from this deck. Okay, let's go back to this deck. Alright, there's a lot of emotional stuff. I feel it's coming up for you, like something's really going to trigger something where you're like, I need to move on or away from a particular person in your life. to gain more balance. We've got Libra energy here as well. Spirit's saying to me to clarify these cards with the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay, so I'm going to not talk about them too much. Let's talk about each individual card first of all. We have the Libra energy, okay, which reminds me of the Magician's card. The Magician has all the elements, right? The wand, the sword, the cup, and the pentacle, okay? So this is very Magician, Gemini as well, Virgo, Libra energy. So there's quite a balanced energy. This did come up in the upright. But there's also a need for you, or a knowing that you have to move away from a particular situation or a particular person to be able to move on, to forge your own path in your life. And it can be a family member or a friend, but there's something here about you knowing that to gain more and to progress more in your life, you need to possibly emotionally withdraw from someone, because we have the emotional loss and the emotional withdrawal card. So let's clarify this balanced energy, because I feel that you are very balanced right now. I feel that you know what you want, okay? Queen of Cups, the Fool, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, there is an element of you needing to forge your own path here and do your own thing, as far as like what you, from a heartfelt level, from a heartfelt space, you really want in your heart of hearts type of thing, okay? It can be with your Libra partner, all right? You may know that to get satisfied or to be emotionally satisfied, you possibly have to detach a little bit from them at this time and just forge your own path, do your own thing, follow your own, dependent upon you. Perhaps there's a need here for you to see them in a different way. As much as you love them, you also need to grow. It's like there's a holding back energy. It's almost like maybe your partner's holding you back in some capacity. Maybe they've been through an emotional withdrawal lately or an emotional loss, okay? And it's been very hard for them to move on. It could be with a female figure in their life. Yeah. There's possibly someone that's passed here that's a female figure. Getting a lot of passing energy today, which isn't very nice, but it's just what it is, okay? So it's almost like, how do you put all your love into yourself when you have someone else? Yeah, the candle just flickered greatly, okay? I'm also getting the letter M. Yeah, someone's definitely passed away here. Could be a female. Maybe there's some decisions that are being made around that passing right now. But I keep being drawn back to, for you to remain centered and grounded, and for you to give back to yourself. I feel that you're giving a lot emotionally to another. Could be your partner right now. And they could need that, but there's also an importance to like follow your own dreams as well and not lose sight of those. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Not lose sight of those, okay? So there's some decisions that need to be made here. And there could be some issues in regards to that passing, because I'm picking up like they're going through a lot, possibly your partner's going through a lot. Maybe it's a financial thing, maybe it's an inheritance thing. Maybe they're leaning upon you to listen to them, or you know, oh, this person said that now in my family or whatever, okay? There's some sort of like communication you are having, I feel, with your partner here about this. Whatever this is, whatever this difficulty is in relation to the passing. Okay. Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck. You are reminded here that, you know, things will take a turn for the better, that there's good luck on your side and things are coming. Even though you're feeling like maybe your partner's emotionally withdrawn or there's things going on or they're not satisfied or happy right now, don't let it affect you. Things are going to definitely brighten up here with the Ten of Cups being at the bottom of the deck as well. Within your family connection, within theirs, okay? What else do we have? So this is just like a message of hope. We have double Five of Cups here. So there is some sort of emotional loss, but, you know, your partner is very lucky to have you. I just want to say that you are there to support them. So I do feel a lot of this is about them, but also integrated with what is going on in your mind, in your life, in your energetic space, okay? And there may be some negative, maybe you're getting a little bit sick, or you will get a little bit sick of listening about or hearing about this situation, okay? But you are committed to your person and you are willing to continue to support them. And also, there's something here about your career or your job. Perhaps you're afraid of something within your job or your career. I don't know if you're working or not, but there's like something here about that. Yeah, maybe there's a new opportunity coming up for you or for your partner. It could be for both of you, either one of you. All right, this is like a separate story here. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's have a look and see who's next. Space Cowboy, post your question. I'll be on for another probably 30 minutes, and then I will be coming on again, okay? Because I don't normally come on at this time, so I'll be doing a second sitting today, okay? Will I meet my future wife this year? Let's see who's coming towards you this year. All right. Who's coming towards Space Cowboy in regards to love? Ooh. Ooh, nice. All in the upright, please, Spirit. I think there's some choices and decisions. I feel that you could date people and just make sure that you've learned from the past or past experiences, past failures in relationships or mistakes. See what part you played in those breakups, okay? I don't know if you've had many relationships in the past, but there is more luck coming towards you. I also want to say to everyone, as well as you, to check out the Jupiter reading. That Lunatic Astrology is a very good resource for my astrology, but I watch her often. But if you look at your sun and your rising in the Jupiter reading that she did, which was quite a long time ago, but you can put, you can either look through her videos. You probably don't want to do that because she's got so many of them, but you could put like Lunatic Astrology, Jupiter transit, which is coming in the end of May and will be with us for 18 months. So for you, I do feel that there's a lucky time coming for you in regards to love, okay? And there's a real need to look at the past here and make sure that you don't repeat mistakes of it, especially in regards to either any pain or any Spirit's not giving me the word that is attached to this card, so this must be about being strategic in how you speak to yourself, how you deliver your messages to other people. There could have been deceit or betrayal in your past, either from you to another or another to you. It can work both ways. So it's really important that we don't repeat these lessons, okay? All right, so we have the King of Pentacles. I feel that's you. You're a lot more grounded than you have been. You've learned a lot of lessons from past relationships, I do feel here. Yes, there is new love coming in. We have the Ace of Cups. That's 100% clarification on that. Who is this person? And this is a peaceful relationship. This is a very loving relationship. I think that you do overthink, that you do worry that you're not going to get this new person or meet this person that's going to end up being your forever person. But that's just your own mental prison, right? So don't let that overtake anything. And there she is, okay? Queen of Wands, Sag, Aries, Leo. It doesn't have to be that sign. This is someone who's very spiritual like yourself. And you're your own different people, so you're very different. So this is someone who's very different to you, someone possibly you normally wouldn't go for. But this is someone you can grow with. Queen of Wands is someone you can grow with. It's also a very mature energy, and it is a new love. So if I'm going to say, will you meet your future wife this year? You are definitely going to meet someone that has a lot of potential to be a future wife, okay? Obviously, the rest is up to you, okay? But it might start slowly, like the relationship might quite start slower than you hoped for, but slow and steady wins the race, right? And there's a beautiful exchange and equality in this relationship. So there's a maturity as well about this person. And then we have the Two of Cups, just clarifying what I'm saying, okay? Very romantic. What else do we have? Very romantic. Just with that Page of Cups being at the bottom of the deck. A lot of romance here. Okay. It might be a slow starter. Okay. When you meet this person, I'm hearing that they may be going through some stuff in their life, and that's why maybe it doesn't progress quickly or as fast as you want it to when you first meet them, but that will dissipate, whatever they're going through. Or you could be going through something, but it's more like there could be legal stuff as well. But I'm just getting this, the lovers as well. So this is like a very strong connection. The Two of Cups, the lovers, this is a spiritually ordained connection. This is soulmate, twin flame energy, okay? The Tower, what you don't see coming, and the King of Cups, and the Strength card. Yeah, so this is a new soul contract with someone, Ace of Wands as well. Yeah, this is definitely led by spirit that you meet this person. Very strong relationship. The Tower signifies like something happening really fast. It doesn't have to be a bad tower. In this case, it's a very good tower. It's something that, like, you know, blows the wind out of your sails sort of thing. When you meet this person, you will know that that is your person, okay? Yeah, a lot of passion here, a lot of communication. Passion, communication, soulmate, yeah. And you will go down this road with this person, okay? So the most important thing you can do right now is think positively and have that faith that Spirit will bring you this person in, because they will, okay? All right, next person is Migu. I don't know if Migu is still on. Ermel is here as well. Migu, Ermel, let's see who is on. She is your soulmate, yes. I will be back on later in the evening, that is correct, about 7 p.m. All right. I'm going to be on for another like 20 minutes or something. Okay, how is my Cancer partner thinking, feeling about many actions coming? Okay. Okay. If you swear in the comments, it will be taken off, unfortunately. So please try not to, okay? How's my Cancer partner thinking and feeling about me? Any actions? He has been traveling a lot and we are not able to communicate so much. Okay, let's have a look and see. So we've got the World, which can talk about travel. This can be literal, right? Traveling. But the World also talks about new opportunities. New opportunities, things coming full circle for you and your partner together, like, right? And like I talked about before, and I always talk about, and readers always talk about this all the time, that like the nines, sorry, the swords are, I don't know why I said nine, that may be significant, but the swords are very like mental prisons and things we think that never going to happen, but we can also bring them in because we are, you know, the creators of our own. I've brought things in by thinking about them too much, literally. So, you know, if you're going to do that, you might as well think about the good stuff, right, and not the bad stuff. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So I think they may have like a lot of um, goals and dreams. There is an end goal to your partner's life. Like they have an aim, they have a goal, they have their own things. They may have a project. They may be really excited about something. I'm not seeing like how they feel about you just yet, but we'll just go with this. So there is a lot of growth here in regards to them and what they're doing in their life, and it's exciting. They are a soulmate to you, okay? They may even be visiting right now someone from the past, or, you know, they're in a place, or they're traveling in a place where they've been before, or it could be for work, right? And there's new exciting things happening for them in their life. So as supportive as you can be would be good, okay? But don't let it like cause you conflict, like what they're doing is more important than me. Although they also have to put you first in their, you know, not first, but they have to integrate your relationship with them in their life as well. Like they can't just focus on themselves. But I don't feel a selfishness here. It's really important that you don't get too emotionally attached to any mental battles. You could like have some fiery conversations or arguments, or have had. Okay, I'm starting to pick up like intention here. So he will be coming back in. He could be a fire sign, Sag, Aries, Leo, very ambitious. The Wands energies are very ambitious, especially if it's, you know, a king. This is like someone who has a goal, a dream. They are not going to stop until they achieve it or they get it, okay? Very focused, very determined. It's important that you detach. I've talked about detachment all week. There's nothing more alluring than a female that detaches from their masculine. And I don't mean playing games. I mean like by having your own projects and your own things and your own friends and your own stuff that you do. It's very hard being in a relationship, right? Okay. Yeah. And there's this like, you know, the need to, Spirit saying you don't have to worry. You don't have to put yourself in this mental anguish where you're lying in bed at night thinking, what are they doing? Who are they with? Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to, like I said before, you can create and destroy, all right? So just be very careful in your own thoughts. So intention. There's a lot of juggling going on here. He does think the world of you. He does put you on a pedestal in his mind, but there's so much in between you. Like there's distance between you, and there's also you know, a lot of things that he's juggling here, and possibly you are as well. His mother could be significant in some sort of way, or even his father, or there could be some cultural difference between you both, especially with the world being here as well, even religious, okay? He's already thinking about like, maybe I shouldn't travel so much, or maybe I should like need to be near Migu more, or be at home more. I can still do what I'm doing. He may even be trying to figure out whether he can do what he's doing and still be successful, but do it nearer, sort of like home or nearer you. Yeah, because I feel like he's learning stuff, new stuff. I'm getting very strong business, online, stock market stuff too. So maybe he dabbles in the stock exchange. I don't know. That's coming through. Wheel of Fortune energy is coming through. What card was that? Judgment. I do feel there's a rebirth for your relationship here. But he has to slow something down. There's not equality here as far as you guys is concerned. It's all about him and what he's doing, and there needs to be equality. And the only way that can happen is for you to detach and for you to find your own stuff, okay? You can't make anyone do anything. I'm also hearing that they don't want to do, or it's more like timing. When the time is right, they will detach, okay? We've got the Death card, which talks about things changing. We've also got finances. So he could be really wanting, and the Ten of Cups, which is really nice. So I think he's trying to get to a point where he can like retire early or something. Yeah, it's very, very ambitious energy, very money orientated, very material as well. There's no real spiritual cards there. But he doesn't have any intention on leaving you. I don't see any third party here, or any sort of like Three of Swords, Seven of Swords type of energy where there's like something that he's hiding. The Moon card didn't come up. So yeah, I just think he needs to make some sort of decision whether he can do what he's doing but be closer to you, if that makes sense. Okay. I want to light one of these, but I know it's going to cause a lot of smoke in the house, so I may do that later. Let me just light something here. I want to light something. Okay. I won't be on for too much longer, guys. You need to go back and rewatch that reading, Migu, okay, to get the answer to the question that you just put there. All right, so Irmel, are you there? Oh, that's better. Irmel, post your question. If anyone would like to donate now, you can do so, just to give you a sort of pre-warning that I am leaving the feed in about 15 minutes. And Irmel is next. I will read the list. We have Eminem, Wise Girl, Emily, Ashish, Nettie, Sadie. I will not get through these people, by the way. I'm just saying. I have wrote them down because everyone came on at once in the beginning, but most people have already jumped off. Marijana, Emily Shaw, Chanley, any of these people will not get readings, okay? So if you want to donate, you can do so. General for Irmel, let's go forward. I'll be on for 15 more minutes, then I'll be on again around 7 p.m. All right? Let's see what's here. Something here about music with you, Irmel, and like needing to lighten the mood of your home or your environment and have some more fun. Maybe you've been through a period of stagnancy. Sometimes we can go change something around. There's something about you moving your energy around, or movement, or dance, or music, or moving furniture around your home. So there's something here about really needing to shake something up to get yourself out of some sort of funk or energy that has been stagnant. It was a very difficult March, but we want April to be, yeah. So there's something about you being at home too much, or needing to get out more, or maybe you're out too much and you need to be at home more. Either one or the other here, okay? But by mixing the energy, by changing things, it will help you be more like at home with yourself and feel more centered and grounded and more yourself again. There's something about being yourself here, okay? Yeah, it's been difficult. Something's been difficult. Hi, Kelly. Something's been difficult to transfer through. Your energy is transmute any negative energy around you. You may want to get sage, or change something up. Open the windows in your home, like let some freshness in. And you're also possibly thinking about moving, or maybe you're living with people and you want to live alone. Yeah, there's a lot changing on a spiritual energetic level here for you. There's a lot of transformation coming in a spiritual level possibly, okay? Thank you, Kelly. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we have. I'm going to use the wisdom cards. I love my animal cards today. I'll be using them again later. All right, so there's something about being at home, needing to be more at home within your body, in yourself, in your energy, in your emotions, being more grounded. And also on a very literal level, okay? So you are feeling like there is some sort of like change going on either within yourself, or there's like a decision you have to make, but don't make any decisions till say between the 7th and the 10th of April. You can start looking at things that need actioning. All right. Yeah, look at these changes, possibly in where you live, or you've been starting to thinking about where you live. Your environment is really coming up here, okay? So make sure you keep your environment the way it needs to be, like clean and clear, I'm hearing. Yeah, and there's happiness. Maybe you're being very happy being at home or being on your own, or you're very happy with people that you're around. You are really supported by spirit here, okay? You are being supported with any changes, any transformation that you're going through. You're being very supported. And that's a clarification with the High Priestess. And she's come out quite a lot today already, okay? So we've got a lot of Piscean energy today, which we, obviously have come out of. We're now in Aries season, but maybe things happened around, or your transformation started in February, March. There's a lot more happiness coming in. Messages coming in for you. Spiritual messages possibly. Something that's going to keep your vibe high. So like I said before, changing your environment, changing the energy in your home, maybe changing where you live, thinking about maybe moving, okay? There's something here about needing to be like happier in your environment, or wanting to change something there, okay? Environment is the most important thing. Yeah, your home, that's just more clarification. Keep making your home a place of serenity, a place of peace. Okay, somewhere you can just really be yourself. Even if you're like just sharing a house and you have one room for yourself, there's something here about like making that a sacred space. Yeah. Kelly posed a question. Yeah, spirituality is very much highlighted, Ermal, needing to really, really focus on any conflict you have with healing, any conflict you have in yourself. Always turn to your guides, okay? They will always support you. That is coming through. Kelly posed a question. Yeah, you're going through a massive spiritual transformation right now, okay? And the most important thing you can do is keep your environment safe, serene, be at home with yourself. I feel that being at home, being in your sacred space is going to be very beneficial to you. Paul is putting his hand on my back, one of my spirit guides. I know when he's here and he puts his hand on a specific part of my back, okay? You will be a lot clearer by talking to your guides about things, okay? There is love coming in towards you, all right? Just saying. I don't know when, I don't think it's soon, but there is some love vibes there, okay? Kelly, post your question. And then I'll be leaving the feed, guys. So thank you so much for being here today. I will not be able to get through everyone. I will be on exactly at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again. So yeah, when, I don't know, when. Okay, that's another question. All right. Donation. I'm looking for the predictions of this weekend, please, on what's coming towards this birthday party tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday. It's my ex's Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops up. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, leave the past. We're in the past. Spirit is saying immediately. Okay, he's an ex for a reason. And this says it festers when left in the shadows. Maybe there's some things that you want to say to him. I'm also seeing you write these things down. So what happened between you? I don't know. Was it a very difficult breakup? Was it an amicable breakup? But it was a breakup nonetheless for a reason. So, you know, instead of hopefully not, Spirit saying hopefully you're not bumping into him. And maybe it was amicable, maybe you're still friends, but there's still that undercurrent of a lesson that you've learned and you've had to move on from and you've moved on from. Okay, so rot and decay, not a very nice. It's rot, it's dead, it's done, it's over with, and leave it like that, okay? It festers when left in the shadows. Maybe there's something that, like I said, you need to say to him, okay? But Spirit also says here, bring it to life by giving it away, which means writing down what you want to say and then burning that and saying, that's it. I've said what I wanted to say. Yeah? Don't put the intention out at all for them, you know, for this person to ruin your weekend. That's all I'm going to say here. Okay, let's bring forward some wisdom cards. Spirit, what do you have in regards to Kelly's situation? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's something here about really saying to, like talking to Spirit, Kelly, and saying, I don't really want this person to show up. It's not the best for me. Let me write down what I've longed to say to them. Because if you put out there that you still have something to say, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, you know, then they can show up so that you can say it. But if you're aware of it, if you can write it down and then burn it, you've already done it. You've said it. You don't have to intend anymore, especially with this co-create with Spirit. So talk to your guides and say, you know, please, please let things be peaceful this weekend. I want to have a nice birthday. I've got a party. I don't want this person to show up, or unless you invited them, that's a different story, okay? So there's milk and honey. This is a lot of gifts coming your way. This is rainbow blessings. There's something coming in that you didn't expect, but you're going to receive, okay? As far as money, or, oh, I said money. As far as money, or as far as something sweet, like something really, really nice. Perhaps something I'm hearing long forgotten. Perhaps something that you wanted a long time ago, like something you possibly were going to buy yourself, but you may be getting a gift from another to you. It's a gift coming in here. Of course, it's your birthday. You may be, you know, you're getting gifts from friends. Spirit's asking you to really like you've got really powerful manifestation energy right now, so you can manifest anything. You can manifest your ex in or out, or you can manifest whatever you want your party to be. Oh dear. So I had a problem there with my internet. I hope you can hear me now. I'm surprised it's come back on. Okay, so yeah, I don't have anything to say. I'm done. Okay. So sorry about that. I don't know what happened to the internet, and it took a little bit of time to get it to come back on. So Kelly, I hope you're still there. So we have community here. This is really nice. This is like connecting with people you haven't seen for a while. And maybe your party is in somewhere in your community, like a restaurant, you booked somewhere. Maybe it's in your home. I don't know. Okay. There is a situation here coming in where you're feeling someone's being a fake friend or wearing some sort of mask. Don't let it ruin your birthday. Breathe through the situation. Maybe remove yourself from the room. I'm also seeing like don't drink too much champagne. I do feel you either bought some champagne or there's some champagne coming into your home or into the restaurant or wherever you're having this birthday. Okay, can you just let me know that you're there, please? Okay. What else do we have? Yeah. I sort of want to move away from the ex situation or the ex energy here as well. birthday is going to be really amazing. It's going to be really successful. You're going to be very happy. I would just say, don't let one person, I do feel there's one particular person, or is there's some jealousy here, okay? I feel some jealousy around you. It's like, it's not a fremony, and I think that you need to show some sort of compassion to this person. They may say something to you that's like derogative or puts you down, but it's a reflection upon how they feel about yourself, okay? So just breathe through this and be careful not to drink too much alcohol, okay? It's really important, because that's like, I just saw you with like a glass of champagne, and it was a champagne because it was in like a champagne flute, so it was clear. It was not red wine, or it wasn't beer or anything like that. Like, there's more elegance, refined sort of dining here or something, okay? But that when I see like a glass of alcohol in any capacity, it just means to be careful, okay? Because, you know, and don't let whatever this person says affect you. I do feel there's one person who's going to try to be a party pooper, but don't let it affect you. Just remove yourself from that person's company, but show compassion, like put out compassion for them, because it's not what they said, it's how they feel about themselves. But going back to the more fun stuff, yeah, don't entertain a conversation with that person. Yeah. So there's some sort of new opportunity. You may even discuss with friends that you're with, or people that are around you, about your plans for the future, or for your next solar year. Also possibly about travels. Travel is definitely coming up here. Maybe discussing this. But I don't see any like, yeah, and your new solar year can be clarified by the Fool, because it is like the beginning of your new year. And you're in Aries as well. So I think you're just going to be feeling fabulous, feeling loved. Yeah, the Lovers come out in the reverse. I wouldn't really worry about your ex situation or think about it too much. You don't want to bring it about either. Who knows, that particular person, if your ex does show up, especially if they're a Taurus, but if they did show up, it would just be like, no, this is ended, this relationship is ended, it's dead, done, it's over with. That's that Ten of Swords energy, okay? And I feel that if you don't have love, there's definitely new love on the horizon for you. Or it's definitely in your mind for the next 12 months. Okay, I am going off now. I have been on for a couple of hours. My battery's out anyway. I'm going to recharge my phone, my device. I'm going to recharge my camera, and I'm going to come back on at 7 p.m. So if you missed your reading today, make sure that you set your alarm for 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will restart the list. I will not be working off an old list, guys. So make sure that you're on. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Love you too. Oh, thank you, Chanley. Thank you, Chanley. Sorry. Thank you, Chanley, yeah, for supporting. Thank you always. Bye-bye.